It is time for any genre, any artist to come into the studio and have a stage for them to perform. That is what the Tiniest Stage is, and K-Poppin's Tiniest Stage is ready to have some very talented individuals in the studio for today. We've got not one, but two amazing artists today, and we've got Davi&JOHNY KWONY in the studio. 안녕하세요. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, could you please introduce yourselves?
Okay, I go first.
You go first.
Hello, K-Poppin listeners, people. My
Yes.
name is Davi. So nice to meet you. I'm so honored to be here.
All right. Welcome to the show. Johnny?
Hello, K-Poppin. This is Johnny Kwoni. I'm a Korean hip-hop artist, rapper, producer, also known as FGH, which stands for Future Global Hitmaker. Nice to meet you all.
Wow.
Thank you so much for having me here today, ARIRANG, 다비&형, and Isaac. And let's have fun.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's go.
All right. So, Johnny, you were telling me before we came into the studio, this is your first radio show.
Right. This is my first radio podcast debut ever, and I'm
Ever.
so excited.
You're excited. Okay, so we're going to get to know the both of you as much as we can today. Tabi, okay, so this happened to me recently as well. So I had a few artists in the studio, and they were like, yeah, our first radio was K-pop. And I was like, what? So for any of our listeners who are brand new, I've been working in the same spot for 17 years. And there has been many artists that have come through our doors. And especially if they debut in a group, sometimes I don't necessarily get a chance to remember every single individual. Tabi just scared me again because he said that my first ever radio was K-Poppin. When
yes.
was this?
It was like 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Yes.
As a solo artist?
As a solo artist.
You weren't under the name of Tabi though.
I was.
You were?
I was. My first album called Navigation.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Now I remember.
You remember.
So what happens for me is maybe it's maybe I have ADHD. I don't know. But like I recognize things in order. So like your name and a title, or like an album, or like a something like that. But okay, now I remember.
You do.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And the
My first radio ever.
Now it's your first radio ever.
Historic moment right now.
Historic moment right now too.
And this is also like a dream come true moment for me because growing up, I've been watching ARIRANG K-pop like for ages and decades.
Really?
Of course.
You've been watching? I didn't know.
Huge K-pop fan.
Really?
Of course.
Wow. Okay, so we're gonna get to like the bottom of everything today. I'm gonna be all over the place because both of them speak English. So we're gonna try to squeeze as many questions in as possible. Now, first things first, I need to know how you two met. Because I mean, obviously we have you two in the studio today.
That's
so
right.
how did you two meet?
Okay, so I was.
We need y'all to come closer to the
Oh,
mic.
sorry,
We
sorry,
need to
sorry,
hear
sorry.
your
I'm sorry, I'm
sexy
sorry.
vocals a little bit. Yeah, okay.
Do you hear me, Will?
Yeah, we can hear me. Yeah.
So I was on a LA trip.
Okay.
It was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Last April.
Last April. Well, that was only last April. Okay.
And he contacted me through Instagram
Okay.
first. So, okay, let's meet at night in the downtown.
All right.
I was walking down. I was having some fun in
Venice Beach?
Venice Beach. Yes. But I lost all my wallet. My phone is running out.
A battery and everything.
There is-
Yeah.
yes. And then, so I couldn't go to downtown because I didn't have money. But he came to me.
Wow.
He saved my life because literally was the sky was going so dark. I didn't have money.
That is right.
I didn't eat anything. I was so hungry. I was so
That was a very dangerous experience.
Yes,
In
in
Venice
LA.
and
Yeah.
all the places. Okay, so you were in LA at the time.
So me and Hyung were both in LA. I was having lunch in downtown LA. I was eating my meat at Capitol Grill in downtown LA, and I was signing through Instagram, and I saw his story, and I saw a picture in Venice Beach, right? Venice Beach, and then I just DM'd him. It's like I told him, 형 저희 한 번도 본 적 없는데 이제 둘 다 LA에 있으니까 한번 같은
가요.
음악인으로서 한번 찾아뵙고 싶습니다. And then he was like, oh sure, let's meet at 8 p.m. at the beach. And then I couldn't hear back from Hyung till like 7:30, so I thought this was like a scam or something. And then,
I'm getting stood up.
yeah, and then I get a phone call at like 7:40. It's like 형's like 지갑이랑 막 이런 다 도난이 당해서 혹시 구출해줄 수 있냐? So I Ubered there with my producer 형, and then we picked 다비 형 up. We came back to our crib. We had some good pizza, good talkie session, and that's how we got close.
That's how you guys got close. Well, that was actually the perfect timing. And yeah, Venice Beach, just a heads up for anybody who goes to Southern California, downtown and Southern California in general it's a very friendly place, but it's also not a very friendly place.
Very dangerous.
It's a very dangerous place. So make sure that you are keeping your objects very close to you at all times and never leave anything in the car. Something I had to remind myself as well. Now, that the fun story of how they got together. How did both of you learn your English? Did you both live abroad? How was this?
I lived in Virginia when I was like 13.
Okay.
But I only lived there for like year and a half. So
This is all from a year and a half of living in.
I wasn't this good actually.
Okay.
But after, because of music, I learned English from music, like dramas.
Okay.
I really loved watching Modern Family. So I think
I'm not sure how much of that educationally that would be a good show to watch, but it's a great show to watch. But oh wait, wow! So you have a knack for the English language. We have a knack for languages as well. Johnny, what about you?
For me, I went to high school in the United States. I lived in Southern California for like 3-4 years.
What part?
Irvine.
You lived in Irvine. Oh, look at you. I'm from Upland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from that area. Way out in the boonies. Way out in the boonies. All right. So let's kind of get a chance to talk a little bit about your career. We have our listeners who are extremely excited today about just the fact you guys are speaking English. So how did both of you start music? Was there like this like spark of, oh my God, like, I need to do this or I'm going to die? Or was it like, it just was a hobby and it got me places? Like, Dabi, let's start with you. How did you kind of start first?
I always wanted to become a singer.
Okay.
Or something, have a job related to music.
Okay.
But, in Korea, it's really hard to say that I want to become a singer.
Yeah, parents. Yeah,
yes.
parents aren't never
Yes.
really. Yeah.
My father is a professor.
Ouch.
So it was really hard for me to say, I want to give up studying and I want to become a singer, a
Right.
musician. But I'm a Christian. So in church, I was in a worship team. And I found my talent again. And I found my eager to do music.
Okay.
I wanted to glorify God with my music. So that's how I started music.
Wow.
career, yes.
When you were in praise band, what did you start with? Drums, guitar, piano, vocals?
I was in every position. The back singer, main singer, keyboard, everything.
So you already knew how to play the instruments going
Not
into it?
actually. I was really, really bad.
Okay.
Not
But
good.
you like while you were there, you just like practiced while you were in praise band.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Johnny, what about you?
So my first beginning, my start, we go back to 2016, 2017. So I was 15. And growing up, I wasn't just the type to just watch TV, play video games, and stuff like that. I always wanted to accomplish something. I always wanted to be famous.
Okay.
And then the music was a perfect road for me to take because it has everything.
Right, right,
And
right,
then,
right.
So when I started music, I was 15. I was living in Irvine, and there was nobody in my town who did hip hop music or even music at all. And
Really?
Yeah.
Irvine has changed.
Irvine has nothing.
No,
Irvine
Irvine's
had
changed.
nothing,
No,
yeah.
Irvine has changed.
Okay,
It used to have a lot more people doing hip hop. Okay, but now
Okay,
not
so-
anymore. Okay.
So back then I had to learn everything on YouTube. Through YouTube, I had
Okay.
to try out everything from the internet, and I just bought all my recording instruments, items. I just watched YouTube tutorials for days, and set up my own studio in my house, in my closet, and that's how Johnny Kwony first came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just started experimenting.
Yeah.
Like with, like the different features, recording and stuff like that, just like putting stuff down.
And promotion and everything else. I did everything by myself. So.
Wow. All right, so let's kind of move into audition programs because I feel that like both of you have been recently on some competition programs. You were on
I was on
아이스코리아.
Yeah, Golden Rapper and Show Me the Money.
Yeah. So was with Golden Rapper, how did that come up? Did you like just see the audition online and you wanted to come or?
So before I was on Golden Apple season 1, and before season 1 was created, I got a call from Mnet.
Oh, they
saying
called
that-
you first.
and they wanted me to fly in for the show.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how it happened.
Okay, so you were reached
Because
out.
I was
to
already
first.
doing music, and I was already promoting my stuff in my city, and it started reaching out to people in Korea, and then the 방송국, the 작가님s, and then they found me, and then they called me. So that's how I first.
That's
came
how it
flew in.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay, Tabi, you were recently on a competition program too. Now, competition programs are not easy, right? I mean, it just so what was going through your mind to even jump into the program in general?
I also wanted to become a superstar.
Both of them want to be a superstar. I love it. Okay,
Yes. That's it.
that's it.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
the
be
reason.
famous. I want a
sir.
platform to get some more followers, to get some more people to stream my music. There we go. Amen. So as you guys have, obviously you met last April in a very like fun meet in Venice Beach. But I mean, having a talk session and, like getting to meet somebody and just seeing each other online and stuff like that, but then actually like starting to work with it. And I'm talking about like, when you start putting down some tracks, people work very differently. Some people work very organically. Some people are very detailed. It's just like, especially in the recording studio, sometimes it can be a really clashing experience. What was it like for you two working in the studio? Because you have done more than one song together.
We did 2 together.
Yeah. What was it like, Johnny?
It was fun because Davi Young has a lot of experience and a lot of. He's musically super talented, and then so he always guides me through different courses of making music and production procedure and everything else. Cause 형's a 선배님.
Well,
for me. Yeah.
he's the senior in the whole thing. He knows better.
감사합니다.
Tavi, what about you? Working with Johnny, what was it like?
For me, before we met, I already knew him through Show Me the Money. And I thought, oh, this guy is a genius. So I just believed in his talent. So I really enjoyed working with him.
Thank you.
Okay. That's good. When it comes to choosing songs, so I know that since both of you produce your own music, I think that like everything you do is your baby anyways. And I feel that with the amount of confidence each singer-songwriter has, it could be considered stubbornness as well. Like, like let's say you have a melody for something. Like you guys are working on a beat. Like let's say Johnny brought a beat to you, Tabi, and he like has this idea in his head of how he wants the main chorus to go, like how he wants to lay things down, right? But then like you hear it and you're like, so let's do it this way. Has there ever been like some clashing? I'm not trying to dig out any dirt here, but I'm just curious because organically, like any singer-songwriter, I feel has a way of doing things, and when it's different, sometimes it can be stressful. So what was it like? Was there any stressful moments? Can like we have like a confession time right now? Like
I remember.
I feel that Tavi's been like had a lot to say about
So
this.
I didn't say anything about his rapping
Okay.
on my track.
Okay.
I really loved it.
Oh, okay.
But on his track, the B.O.K. So I sang the chorus hook part, and he said something like he tackled me. Hey 형, in this part, this melody, 이렇게 가는 게 더 좋지 않아요? 이렇게 하는 게 가사가 이렇게 더 하는 게 더 좋지 않아요?
Exactly. That happens, right?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. You're right. You're right.
So Tavi being very innocent on his track, he never touched Johnny when he was doing a feature on his track, but the other way around. I see that. John, do you have anything to say?
That is true. That is true.
That is true.
It's undeniable.
Johnny, I've noticed that with like 고등학교 and stuff like that, red seems to be like a very special color to you. Is there a special reason for that?
No, it's marketing.
It's marketing. Oh, look at that!
But I usually say because it resembles my enthusiasm, my heat, and
your
my
passion.
passion and love. something like that. But to be honest, it's all business, it's all marketing,
You know what though?
color marketing strategy.
No,
yeah.
it is though, because for those of you who don't know, and you might want to go back to watch it, if you look up the first season of High School Rapper, red is like the definition of what Johnny is.
That is right.
And so yeah, it's memorable. It's a very good marketing tactic. I have a quick question for both of you. How did you guys come up with your stage names?
Stage name.
Oh.
It's a little deep story.
Doesn't matter. We have plenty of time.
So my mom's an evangelist. So I was born Christian.
Okay.
But my 신앙생활, what is that in English?
Your walk with God.
A walk with God. Started seriously when I was 17, 18.
I feel that that's most popular or like common for people, especially like PKs or pastor kids or people who grow up in the church. I think that it kind of becomes just like a part of your life, but you never really start digging deep into like your beliefs until you start hitting like a certain age.
Yes. So, that's how I started music when I was 17, 18 in worship team. So I served church. I served God that time really deeply.
Okay.
So I fell in deep at that time. But, in the Bible says there is Satan who is blocking, like
Constantly luring you away from God.
away from God. So now I know Satan sneaked into my head
Okay.
that there is no God. He's not a God of love.
Okay.
If he's a God of love, then where's your love? Like, look at the world.
Right.
I see no love.
Right.
So that was in my head. That was in my sight. So I started looking at the world, how Satan gave my thoughts.
Right. Okay.
So I started not to go to church again when I was like 22, 3.
Well, it's a peak of your adolescence too, going clubbing, finding the new nightlife,
Yes.
that part of
Right.
being a young adult.
Yes. And then I made my name, Dabi.
Okay.
Dabi means the answer in Korean. Dab
Dab.
means. So I wanted to go against God that moment. So in the church, in the Bible, or people like who serves you says that you're the answer.
Okay.
But I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm the answer.
Oh.
So that's how I first made my name Dabi. 내가 답이다.
Oh.
So, but now it's changed. I lived my life thinking that I'm the answer for 6 years. But now I know that he is truly the answer. So it's changed the meaning.
Okay. The meaning's changed. It's,
Yes.
even though it's the same tabi.
답이
It's just
있다. I have the answer. Yes.
Oh, there
so
we
it's
go.
like that.
Okay, Johnny, I want to get to know yours is because
Johnny Kwoni.
Johnny is a very like 50s twist on like a name, and it's nostalgic. It's also got like kind of that bad boy, like a very Johnny Depp type of a vibe going on, like a leather jacket type of vibe as well. So how'd you come up with that?
So my actual name is John.
Okay.
So my full name is John Kwon. And then when I was in high school, back in high school days, my honors calculus teacher, Mr. Bowman, he used to call me Johnny Kwoni. He used to call me
Okay.
Kwani. And then all my friends started calling me Johnny Kwoni. So that's how it started. I don't have any.
Wow. So it
meaning,
just kind of just started off
But
as like
this
kind of a
name,
nickname.
it's one of a kind because I've looked up Google, Naver, everything, and then there's
Yeah.
no such artist whose name is Johnny Kwoni. So
no, never. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's pretty easy to pronounce as well.
And it rhymes. So
Yeah, it does. There we go.
I'm
And
satisfied with it.
yeah, and Johnny, like I said, it gives a very nostalgic vibe. So you can grab a lot of fan base from a very wide spectrum.
Yeah.
All right. So when we have somebody here on our Tiniest Stage, we don't just have them for the interview. You guys actually do get a chance to perform for us. So we've got the track Smiling on Me. Before we get a chance to hear the live performance, could you please give us a little bit of backdrop off the track?
So going back to the time that I was waiting for Johnny Kwoni. So I got answer from him. Oh, he said, "Oh, I'll go to you." So I was so happy and released that I literally thought that, oh, am I going 고아.
Am I gonna be
Out of
stranded in the
nowhere,
middle
yes.
of downtown LA? Oh.
But he gave me this word through Holy Spirit. 내가 절대로 너를 고아와 같이 내버려 두지 않겠다. So I was praying. And then so I got answer from him. So I saw how he worked through.
Oh.
그러니까 it was all meant to be for me.
For you, yeah, in your
yes.
perspective. So that's how the song came to be.
So I was waiting for him, and then I made this song.
Wow.
Oh, he must be smiling on me. So I looked up the sky. The stars were very 이렇게 막 많이 있었어요. 그리고 I saw moon. 초승달.
Oh.
So for me, 그게 나한테는 초승달은 날 보고 웃고 있는 입술처럼 보였고, so like his lips, and then stars seemed like his eyes watching at me.
Oh.
So
I created. Oh wow! So yeah, I've noticed that Tabi's very poetic whenever he talks about everything.
Very, very poetic.
Very poetic. Very poetic. Okay, so I'll give you to. Do you have to take another sip of water or anything before you guys start the performance?
I'm okay.
You okay?
I'll take a
Oh, Johnny's gonna take a quick sip of water. Okay.
first radio show.
Right, of course. All right, so I have Tabi and Johnny Kwoni in the studio for today. I'm having a blast with the interview, so our listeners, they're going to get a chance to sing live for us for Smiling on Me. I think they're ready. Ready?
Yes.
Ready.
All right, music cue.
Take a little bit, just little. Take a little bit, just little.
Smiling on me, watching at me. Those are your eyes, the moon is your lips. Smiling on me, yeah, watching at me. You never ever live lonely. 날 붙들어서 고아와 같이 내버려두지 않겠단 그 약속 그 구속 남겨서 그대를 구하옵니다. 그대를 찾겠나이다. 언제나 푸른 초장 쉴만한 물가로 인도하시고 날 가르치소서. 교만하고 거만한 내 맘을 무너뜨리고 또 주의 말씀대로 날 세우소서. 그대를 찾고 사랑하지 않은 내 오만을 꼬집고 또 용서하소서. 내 마음 주의 증거로 향하게 하소서. 넘치는 기쁨 국룰한 가득 담긴 와인 꼭 감아둔 눈 꼭 잡아둔 손 사랑의 비를 내게 내려주소서. Oh you are my life.
Life.
Oh you are my life. Oh you are my red.
Red.
Oh, you are my green light. I stop and I go. I stop and I go.
Yeah.
With your voice, with your talk, with your voice, with your talk. Smiling on me,
Yeah.
watching at me. Those are your eyes. The moon is your lips. Smiling on me, yeah. Watching at me, yeah, yeah. You never ever live lonely.
Johnny on the track. I know I'm never lonely cause I'm always on the climb. Living a driven life by Jesus, different state of mind. No need to hurry, just be chilling through the given time. Heavenly Father made me glorify and shine. Remember when you told me all is forgiven and this life given we living now, just be waiting to let it. Well, these people be dipping, ripping and stripping each other, stop all the tripping. Yeah, time for some flipping. Now in the world I just came cause he came. Was it the lies or the scam and the lame? Comments go down, the crying and the pain. God, give us some rain. Man, you gotta see, you gotta bring it down to us. I believe in you, but sometimes I'm too much to us. I be living you and I can stand in line to us. Fuck a demon, Jesus, now it's freaking time to bust.
Never ever live lonely, yeah. Steady ba 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 boo. Steady ba da ba. Da 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 ba ba da da ba da.
Yes, sir.
Oh, bravo! Woo, all right. We've got Davi and we got Johnny Kwoni in the studio for today. Our listeners are going crazy right now. Hannah's mind blown. Oh my gosh, this song is so chill. I love this song. Best collaboration ever. We've got claps, we've got hearts all over. All right, so I was gonna actually ask this right after the song. Leon's asking this as well. Davi, if we look you up in like, you know, Google or whatever, jazz and R&B are kind of your main genres that you focus on. But jazz is a genre that is very hard to find mainstream in Korea. So is there a reason you are constantly pursuing it or adding it into your music?
So when I first started music, jazz was what I learned.
Okay.
But it was really hard to use.
It's a very difficult genre.
But through Jamie Cullum, I found how the joy inside jazz, how free is inside jazz.
Okay.
근데 like you said, all the mainstream is all about like dance music, hip hop music. I couldn't see jazz,
Right.
but I see really happiness inside jazz.
Yeah.
So that was my challenge. I won't give up jazz.
Okay.
I'm not going to throw away jazz. I'm going to use jazz. And then my goal, my dream, my challenge is to make jazz
Mainstream.
mainstream.
Okay.
Yes.
Johnny, I hear that you speak a lot of languages.
Yeah.
How many?
I speak 3.2. 3.1.
3.1. Okay. So what's the confident 3?
It's Korean,
Okay.
English,
Okay.
and Chinese.
Ooh, Chinese.
And
Oh.
I grew up in SoCal, so a little bit of Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Very low.
Oh, okay.
Very,
So
very low.
that's the point one. Yeah. If you live in Southern California, it's inevitable to learn un poquito
No cap.
for the. And it also depends on where you live as
that is
well.
right.
Yeah. If you live in a different area, it will change how much Spanish you can speak. Tabi, how many languages can you speak?
1.5.
2.5.
Why?
Because you speak God's words.
Oh,
that is a language.
there we go. There we go. Now, I know that you've worked on, especially Tabi, you've worked on a lot of other artists as well.
Yes.
Johnny, I feel that, you know, it's just a time is telling before you were going to start working on other artists as well. But like, working on your own songs, I think it's a little bit more convenient because you know you know what kind your range, you know how high you can sing, you know how many bars you can put in to make it sound, you know, hot, all that. But giving another artist a song or being asked to work with another production team and like stuff like that, what is that like for you? Like just working with other people and working for other artists and stuff like that. Is that more challenging? Sometimes do you write music and be like, oh no, never mind, not for me. I'll save it for somebody else.
So basically, I write songs for me.
Okay.
And then when some artists, they ask for me to write song. So, well, I do it.
Okay. So then you take songs from your Pandora box of a hard drive and then like, okay, maybe I'll use this one for somebody, or do you just make a new one?
I make new one because I usually make song for only me.
Okay.
I see a lot of artists, they find a difficulty to follow my own like melodies.
Right.
So I write their melodies.
So you write it to accustom to them.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Johnny, who would you like to give your music to? So like if you had the chance to work with any artist, like if right now you opened your DMs and like this artist was in your DMs asking for a song, who would you want it to be?
BTS.
Really?
Of course.
Wow. Like what kind of a BTS vibe would you want to give them?
I recently
you marketing.
I recently listened to Indigo by RM of BTS.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed the album because it's very deep.
Right.
And the storyline is really well organized and really well structured. So it's bucket list.
A bucket list. All right. Like I always ask this to our singer-songwriters who come onto the show, but like as you're a singer-songwriter, you know, you're sitting down, you're at your computer, you know, you're at your keyboard or whatever, and you're writing a song, and then like just very subtly like, man, if Beyonce sang this would be hot. You know, like, have you ever thought that? Like, just while you're doing like the chord rendition, you're just like, God, if someone did this, it would be, ooh. Like, have you ever thought that?
I always think,
Same.
oh, this is for Justin Bieber. Oh, this is for Kanye West. Oh, this is for... So I literally give message too. Right away. So I wrote a song for you.
Yeah, so there we go. Johnny, what about you? Have you ever had that?
Of course, always.
Then the most recent artist that got kind of like passed your mind when you were making music?
Davi.
Okay. Tabi, if you were to work with any artist,
Yes.
like your dream artist, who would that be?
Not Johnny. I love my brother
I'm done
Johnny.
for the day.
근데 we on the way to this show, I proposed to him again.
To work with- to work
yes,
together.
Yes. So
Okay.
definitely the first one is
As him. But like, big dreams like BTS or like Beyonce or like Jay-Z or like Kanye West or Justin Bieber. Like who? Harry Styles.
Justin Bieber and Kanye West.
Okay.
Those two.
Those two.
Kanye West talks about God in his albums too. You know that.
Yes.
Okay. So as you two were, because I feel that Johnny, especially the way that you were talking about like how you promote yourself and stuff like that. Right now, I feel that the current generation of artists and musicians have a lot more platforms
That
to
is right.
to promote themselves. So they don't necessarily need a company. But in all reality, other than SoundCloud, if you want to get like your music on streaming sites, like whatever music you are signing up for, there's those fees, sign-ups and stuff like that. So for you, how did that first official debut kind of happen?
So I actually tried a lot of stuff to promote my music, and it goes back to 2016 again. And to promote my music, I would just bicycle out to cell phone stores, retail stores in my town, and just install my SoundCloud profiles.
Which is pretty acceptable
yeah.
in the U.S.,
Yeah,
right?
of course. On the display phones, and I would just text out my SoundCloud link, SoundCloud bio to my friends, schoolmates, and stuff like that. I tried a lot. I tried out everything to promote my music, and
Wow, look
yeah.
at that.
And then this is where I found my talent in business and online marketing and management, which is what I'm studying in school right now.
Okay. So what about your like official debut? Was that just like getting a cut, or did like some company was able to like help you out with that, or was it just
It was full self project.
wow.
Production, writing the song, writing the music, releasing it, promoting it, mixing it, mastering it. The entire process was self-made. That is right.
I would never be able to do that. That's amazing. Tabi, what about you? Your official debut was a process of auditioning, signing with a company. How was that working for you at the time?
So it's really similar with Johnny. So I made my music, 앨범 자켓, through my father's friend, 유통사, through my
Thank you, Appa.
Thank you, Appa. Thank you, Appa. That's how I debut.
Wow.
That song was Navigation. Which I
Right,
sang
yeah,
with
right
you.
here. Yeah, okay.
Now this is really important because artists, you can't just be artists today.
That's the
You gotta be a
thing.
creative director, and you gotta be a promoter, and you gotta do everything.
That's why I feel that, especially having both of you in the studio today, it's just a very big eye opener because I think it kind of plays into the content creators that we have right now, the influencers that we have. The influencers doing everything. They're
That is right.
managing sound, lighting, makeup, hair, clothes, like stuff that we would hire a stylist to do, that we would hire a producer to do, that, and whatnot. So yeah, just talent like myself is going to stay here and have
right.
the experts do the amazing work. All right, so we've got the very talented, not one, but two artists in the studio today. We got Davi and Johnny Kwony in the studio. Rosa has a message for Johnny.
Yes, Rosa.
So Spanish speakers love it when a little bit of Spanish, Espanol, is added into
Espanol.
some songs. So is there any ideas or maybe room for a little bit of spice added to your songs later down the line?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Your idea will be added to my music. Rosa.
Okay. So Dabi, there's been a really very sudden request. And if you can't think of the lyrics, it is fine. But one of our listeners is asking if you can sing one of your songs.
Yes.
Just like right now with nothing, just like off the top of your head, just very short. So Emilita was asking, Tabi, can you sing a little bit of Be There? I want to listen to the song live because I cried when the song played at your concert.
Oh.
Okay.
잠깐만.
See, I knew this would happen because when somebody has a lot of songs, they don't remember their own lyrics.
Could you give some echo, please? A little bit. I'll sing the hook part.
Okay.
Cause I'll be there. I'll be there. Cause I'll be there. Be there. Always. 여기까지만.
All right. Our Tuesday guest Tia is dropping by to ask a very important question because she wants to know, she's here to support these two, and is saying that is there any plans for a full-length album from the both of you, like individually? Full-length. 정규.
정규. I was planning on December.
Oh, so we have a little bit of time. Is there any releases planned in between that, or?
So my 2023 plan was to release one song every month.
Okay.
So and then I gather all the songs.
월간 답이, okay.
Yes, and 그리고 12월에 그게 합쳐져서.
합쳐서.
근데 I missed January, February.
Already off to a bad start, but okay.
So March was my beginning.
Okay.
So it might come on April too.
Oh, okay. So at least we're trying.
Yes.
So the ballpark is for December. Johnny, what about you?
For me, I'm planning a full-length album on December 1st,
Ooh.
2023, and I'll be having other consecutive mini and half-size albums before that. So
Okay.
right now the plans are one in May, one in July, and one in October, and a full-length album on December. So that's
Okay.
that's a plan for this year. Yes.
Okay. I feel that we briefly talked about this earlier when you guys first met, but we never really got the official first impression of each other because Meme818 is asking about it. So it was a very dire situation, but like, what was your first impressions of each other at Venice Beach that night?
Could you say first?
For me, I was very shocked because the Davi Hyung that I had in mind was a global hit maker, hit producer, superstar, celebrity,
Right.
and star producer, handsome. But then when I saw him, he had like nothing on him, and he just had one pair of clothes on him, and then he goes like,
No wallet.
밥 먹자. 밥 먹을 수 있어? 네. 형이 지금 짐을 다 잃어버려가지고. And we went to a 7-Eleven and we bought some drinks and stuff like that.
Wow. Okay. So
Right.
Tavi, what was your first impression?
An angel.
Why I figured.
But he literally came with angel. What's his name?
미카엘.
Oh my god. It was an angel.
He said angel.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm glad that we got that story from you two for today. I think that forever that will be like a new marketing technique for you, the both of you, how you guys first met. So the reason why we're asking about albums and stuff like that is because now that things are starting to open up, obviously you guys met like towards the end of COVID, and as artists, like just the pandemic was gruesome. It was just gruesome for everybody. Like we couldn't perform. Like releasing music was like just like releasing to SoundCloud. It was like literally useless. But now things are opening up again. So as you two, I'm guessing, are staying in Korea mostly. You're going to be based in Seoul for the most part.
What about
Tabi, are you going to be like for now?
For now, yes.
Okay.
For me, I fly back and forth between Los Angeles and Korea.
In Korea. So pretty much any festival or stuff like that is you're pretty much like open to?
Yeah. Open to any festival.
Okay. Okay.
Me too.
Me too. Is there anything that you have lined up yet now that like the weather is getting a little bit nicer?
So for me actually I'm planning a show in LA in April, late April or May with my agent.
Okay.
And, hopefully that works out and we'll have a good show.
So we can just follow you on your socials to get the dates and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
And I just had a show last September in Los Angeles and then we sold out all the tickets and stuff.
There
so
we
it-
go.
It was
That was good. Okay, Tabi, what about you?
I might have a festival called Dog Festival in Seongsu-dong,
Okay.
Common Ground,
Okay.
at 7. But it's not fixed yet. So
Wait, like what day?
April 7th.
On April 7th?
April 8th.
April 8th.
Yes, on Saturday.
Okay, on Saturday. So it's not 100%, but the closest we have is April 8th. Okay, wow. So we got some actual content. And both of us, we can just follow you on your socials to get the updates and
Yes.
stuff like that. I asked this to all of my singers if we have time. Just like how I was asking about, like, there's that artist you would love to work with. I know that for artists, like the stages that they want to sell out, like the stadiums they want to sell out is always like a goal, like Madison Square Garden, like a world tour, a dome tour. Like, there's always that, like, I would love to hit that status one day. Have you ever thought about it? And if you have, where would that be?
So I was traveling in Hawaii and I saw one big stadium. And I prayed to God. I want to perform there.
Okay. So that's the stadium.
Yes.
Okay. Johnny, what about you?
For me, I have 3 stages.
Okay.
And 1 stadium, which is 3 stages are Coachella,
There we go.
Lollapalooza,
Okay.
and Rolling Loud.
Okay.
And for stadium, Inglewood Stadium in LA,
Inglewood
the Red Stadium.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my
That's your stadium.
ultimate goal.
Ooh.
2025. 2024.
2025, 2024.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. You never know. I know that just as singer-songwriters, this might not be a common stage for you to like make an appearance at, but like KCON is a very big aspect for the Asian community and just for fans as well. If that was ever offered,
Definitely.
KCON
Mhm.
would be something.
I stood up in Japan.
Oh! There we go. So it's already been established for Tabi. So Johnny, you're next.
If I get called, I'm down.
It's KCON
No.
LA next.
Of course. No hesitation.
No hesitation. What about countries? Because a lot of my listeners, because they're coming from many different parts of the world, is there any particular countries that you would love to go to if like you had like a world tour? I would really love to perform in this country. Where would that be?
United States.
Okay. Specifically LA,
LA.
New York.
New York.
DC, Chicago,
DC, Chicago.
anywhere.
Anywhere.
What about you?
For me, it's the Philippines and Indonesia.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of supporters, a lot of Johnny Kwony supporters. My fans are from Indonesia and the Philippines, so I want to give back their love and thanks by performing over there.
That's
There we
sweet.
go. That's nice.
That's nice.
All right. Now, we're running out of time.
Yes.
So I'm going to have to ask both of you to give us your final thoughts of today's show. What it was like? Did you have fun or not? And like what to look forward to, like your promotional goodbye message. So Davi, you go first.
I had a lot of fun meeting you again, Isaac. Thank you so much. I want to say that Jesus is the Christ, the Savior.
Okay.
Shalom.
Johnny, what about you?
Oh, I had so much fun on my first radio.
Yes.
debut incident.
Congratulations on your debut.
And I would like to thank Isaac and Tavion for inviting me here today just to have fun. And
Okay.
I had so much fun. And if you guys call me anytime next time, I would come
Okay,
do
definitely.
this again.
Definitely. We'll have you on speed dial. No worries. Thank you, too, for joining us in the studio. For our listeners, this interview and the performance for today is going to be going up on our YouTube channel probably within the next 24 hours. So make sure that you do check that out to rewatch it, like it, and do whatever you need to with that. Tavi's track is going to take us out of the studio with Teddy Bear. Thank you, too, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.